Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 7. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyah na medhaya na bahuna sutena yam evaishya vrunute tena labhyah tasyaisya atma vivrunute tanum swam. What this Upanishad says is quite opposite to what we just saw. What we just saw is one can attain the Lord by hearing about Him, then thinking about Him, contemplating about Him. Whereas here, Kathopanishad says that one cannot attain the Supreme Lord by simply speaking about Him, by meditating about Him, or by hearing about Him. So it seems there is some contradiction between the Upanishads. One says one can attain God by jnana, meditation, and so forth. Whereas the other one says none of those things is going to be helpful for one to attain the Lord. So how do we understand this? How can the Vedas, the Upanishads, have contradicting statements? So we need to understand the meaning, what it says in the Kathopanishad is evaisha vrunute tena labhyah tasyaisya atma vivrunute tanum swam. That means you cannot understand by just speaking, meditating, or hearing, but only those who have been chosen by the Lord will attain the Lord. So the question is, what will make one to be chosen, picked by the Lord? Answer is by hearing, by knowing Him, by thinking about Him, by contemplating on Him. Well, that's what we saw. Yes, but now one has to hear with sneha, priti, with love and devotion. One has to think about the Lord with love and devotion. One has to contemplate on Lord with love and devotion. Say, I have a water bottle in front of me, but it has no use for me. I'm not going to develop any sort of love and devotion towards my water bottle. It is not going to give me the ultimate goal of my life. Therefore, one who can give this is the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. With this understanding, we have to hear about Him. We should know more about Him. We should speak about Him. We should contemplate about His qualities. All this thing has to be done with sneha, priti, bhakti, with love and devotion. When we do this one, we will be chosen by Krishna. That's how we have to connect. And when it says Nayamatma pravachanena labhyah na medaya na bahuna srutena, what it means is not a dry one, a dry speaking, just meditating on nothing, just hearing will not give us the Lord. But whether speaking should come out from the heart with love and devotion. Meditation should be on the Supreme Lord's form. And hearing should be with love and affection, with all bhakti towards the Lord. So in that way, these things are appreciated. If these things are not with bhakti, then that is not going to get us moksha. That's how we have to understand. Therefore, there's no contradiction between the Upanishads. Upanishads are very clearly says that it is by the process of hearing and so forth one can attain the Lord. But these things has to be done with devotion, with bhakti. If it is not done with bhakti, then we will not be chosen as a candidate by the Lord. If you are not chosen as candidate by the Lord, then whatever we did, speaking, meditation, thinking, etc. is all of no use. That's how we should understand. Therefore, the middle section of Bhagavad Gita speaks all about Krishna, so we can understand more about Krishna. And in the 7th chapter, which is of 30 slokas, speaks about 5 topics. The first one is Swa-Yadhatmiya, that is Krishna's true nature and glories. And the second topic is Prakrityasya Tiroditaha, that is knowledge of Krishna's energies, how Krishna's true nature is being concealed, how Krishna is a creator, maintainer, destroyer, how Krishna is all pervasive. All those details are discussed in the second subject matter in this chapter. And the third subject for this chapter is Sharanagatihi, how surrender to Him will help us to remove the Maya. That is explained in the third, as a third subject. Next, Bhakta Bedaha. Bhakta Bedaha means the different classification of devotees. There are 4 classification of devotees are explained in this section. And also along with that, the 4 classes of people who does not surrender has also been explained over here. And then the last subject for this chapter is Prabodhasya Shreshtyam, where here the greatest of all those 4 classification is being mentioned. Among those 4 classes, the greatness of the Jnani is being explained. Because this Jnani wants to attain Krishna alone, compared to the other who surrendered to Krishna or having a different motive behind for their surrender. But they are also called as bhaktas. This Jnani is considered the greatest among others because he doesn't need anything else like others. He only needs love for Krishna. For him, Krishna is everything. Whereas the others, once they get what they want, they may forget Krishna. Whereas this person will never forget Krishna. The Lord is within him all the time. For such a person, Krishna is very dear to him, and for Krishna, such a person are very dear to him. Each one does not exist without the other. With that, we'll conclude our introduction and overview of chapter 7. From next section onwards, we'll start seeing the slokas. Namaste. Hare Krishna.